Guys, how's it going? Just wanted to say hi. We have a really cool tutorial here for you. I am bringing on my friend Chris Chan. Let me bring him on here real quick. Hey, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
So Chris is one of our team members here at Inovo. That's the company that has built and designed Tribe Social. So we have an app development team that is building apps for people, and Chris kind of helps lead that team of all of our developers and shaping projects and writing code and all that management goes on. So he is kind of in that world. And then we've got a Tribe Social world of an app that we've been building, and so he hasn't actually, he knows that we have Tribe. He knows kind of a little bit about it, but he's not actually dove into it and used it. So we're going to take 90 minutes here, which I have a countdown that I've pulled up. I'll pull it up real quick here. Um, that's already counting down. So we're not going to take like time to to do a long welcome here. But in the next 90 minutes, we are going to build a site for Chris. So Chris, you want to tell us a little bit about like your site and kind of the ideas you had for it and what the topic is, because it's kind of interesting.
Sure. Yeah. So the site is not live yet, but I was thinking, I've had a passion for just how to carry things better. Everything from stuff you put in a backpack to the backpack itself to just travel to everyday things that you might need. And, it's been interesting watching the industry grow despite COVID-19 because COVID, not a lot of people are traveling. But the site's really the idea behind it is really to try to empower people to think about how they can buy things that are goods that are sustainable, things that are long-term buys
Hmm.
instead of rampant consumerism,
Yeah.
just to be more thoughtful about it. So
Yeah.
I just want to share some ideas from what I've learned and picked up. Yeah,
So if you're into like everyday carry stuff, tech gear, any of that, right? That's all kind of
exactly.
included.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
All that's going to be in there. So you've we're going to create a site where we can essentially send people that will have all these resources. Now, this is funny because I got into this kind of rucking and a few different. Chris got me into it, and so we've done some hikes and stuff together, or rucks. Sorry, not hike. But
Good thing.
so all of a sudden I was like, "Hey, do you have a good suggestion for this? Do you have a good suggestion for that?" And so he was just texting me things. So that's a great way to do it. And one of the things that's really important for Tribe that we really believe in is the multiplication of your time. So if you've taken a ton of time and effort to put resources together, rather than just texting a customer or texting a friend the resources over and over, or if you have a coaching student, texting them the same things over and over again, or emailing it and kind of having resources all over the place, we want to put it all in one place where you can just get to it, search, and kind of find the info that you're looking for. Now, Chris will tell you that he is like an entry level beginner in this whole space. That's a lie. And you will see once we get into some of these resources that I don't know anyone who one knows this much about bags and different types of backpacks and and all the gear that and accessories, and two, like actually owns more bags than I think anyone I know, right? I don't know. We don't have to give
Any
a
male
count.
that you know, maybe, but
Anyway, but anyway, so he's definitely, I would consider an expert, and he's definitely more of an expert than me. And so I would, we'll put this site together, and hopefully others can use this just to kind of take everything that's in his head and what he's kind of organized as far as resources and where to go, and we'll put it all in one place. So 90 minutes, we've already eaten up 5 minutes of the time. So we're going to have to like pick up the pace here, but we are going to set up the site. I think you have a name for it, right?
I do. It's Carry Confidential.
Cool. I'm carryconfidential.com. So we're going to set up the domain. So we're going to start with a totally blank Tribe site. So let me go ahead and we got, yeah, 1 hour, 26 minutes. If you guys are watching with us as well, you're welcome to drop questions in the chat. We'll try to keep an eye on it here. And this is going to be, a 90-minute tutorial, right? We're going to do everything from scratch, step by step. So you can follow along. If you're watching the replay, you can pause, you can catch up. And if you have any questions after the stream, you can still drop them in the comments, and I'll see that, and our team will see it, and we'd love to help you out. So I have gone ahead and set up this really awesome site. Isn't it cool? It says your logo here, and then this is our little message, and so there's an option for a dashboard. So I've given Chris a admin user account, and we've got our domain set up here, which is a temporary domain, carryconfidential.preview.tribesocial. So this lets us just test everything out before we turn the domain live. So let's just, I'm going to turn this logo off. Here it is. So we're going to go over to dashboard. So Chris, I mean, you've maybe seen a little bit of this, but you've not really done much with it, right?
I
So
saw the old versions. I mean, this is all new to me, so I'm excited.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely interrupt me and ask questions, but we're going to set it up together. I'll do some of the work here, but definitely if you're got questions, let me know. So um, the dashboard, essentially, you can get to it anytime you want. There's a little dashboard link once you're signed in as an admin, and it will open up a new tab. So if you're like me and you like to have lots of lots of tabs, this will open up a separate tab. And then what you can do is sort of jump between the site and your dashboard really quick.
Hmm.
And so the first thing we're going to do, you can see there's no users. We have one person, Chris, that's in here as the user. And we're going to dive into all these different pages. So let's go over to content. And so Chris has actually put together a list in Notion of all the gear or all kind of the episodes or kind of groups of content. Now, I kind of saw this maybe 30 minutes ago, an hour ago, and so I just kind of skimmed it a little bit. And so we're gonna go through we're gonna we'll kind of just figure it out together. So I think there was. Let me just check here. Yeah. So I wanted. Can we start with this one? That's good.
Yeah, so just to back up a little,
Yeah. Yeah.
some of those are lists of things, some of them are just ideas.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It's just your
it's a
scratch
little
pad
bit.
of like notes and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah. Varying amounts of detail. Yeah.
No, there are other spreadsheets that that you have
There are,
of
but
like
I tried to make it user-friendly with this for us.
hundreds of rows. So, um, okay, so I think, and was it this one's also really good too. So let's start maybe with this one. So here, Chris has a list of things to buy. So we've actually done this on another site. So I'm going to pull this up as a reference. On this site here, we have a thing called gear recommendations, and we are using the link type. So we're having, for example, this camera. We can take a picture of it. We have this, what it is. We have a microphone here, some lighting. And if you click on this lighting kit, it just takes you straight over to Amazon, throws in an affiliate link here, and then people can buy this product. But it's just an easy way to sort of organize ideas. Now you can send this to any website, and so each of these don't actually have to be their own page just yet, but they can just be an image, a title, and a link. So now Chris actually has some descriptions and some text here. So I'm going to copy all this, and we're not going to worry too much about formatting or any of that. Chris can definitely go back and edit it. It's more about how do we form all the content into the site. So I'm going to pull this up. And so this is the product. It's very cool. I actually have this. It's a very cool little bag. This is not a sponsorship of
No.
these bags on this stream, but super cool. Like I have this in my backpack, and I throw all my chargers and pens and memory sticks and anything like that I have for camera in there. So we're gonna go over to this. So what I'm gonna do, just to speed up, is I'm just gonna grab a screenshot of this. You could probably right click. Okay, I'll just do save image as. We'll just save this to the desktop. So you could do this on a site or screenshot it, whatever works for you. And then I'm going to go back to the site. Let's kind of start here. I'm going to move all this over here so we can see it. So content is here. We're going to click add content. And then we're going to go here. I'm going to jump between these two. And we're just going to call it this ADM. And let's just actually check admin pouch pro.
Is there a place to put like the brand name so you can maybe tag it later
Yes.
so okay, awesome.
Yeah. So we'll go through this kind of top to bottom. So publish date, we don't really care. It's kind of timeless, but this will just default to the current time and date. The author is going to be Chris. So this is cool because if, let's say, like Chris and I are doing a collaboration and I wanted to throw in some content and he wanted to throw in content, we can actually have multiple creators. But again, for this first pass, just Chris. And then we need a way to sort of organize all of these pieces into something. So he called it here pouches and containers. So we'll go in and drop this. I'm going to actually just say pouches and containers like that. And so when I type that collection, it asks me like, do I want to create a new collection? So I'm just going to click on it to create it. And now there's a new collection here. If I had done this before, I would just see a list of all the collections. But this is just a shortcut way to get this added without having to go over to the collections table. So we'll click on that. So we're going to have this piece of content here with this collection in this row. And then I'm going to upload the image. So I'm just going to grab that off my desktop here. And these images are all being stored on our storage, Tribe Social storage, which is got some really cool tech around it. So it's basically leverages like blockchain tech and all kinds of cool stuff to distribute your file so that once you upload a file, it's pretty much there for life. It's pretty sweet. So under content type, we have all these different types to choose from. And we're going to use a bunch of examples here. So we'll probably do some stuff from YouTube. We'll probably upload something. You can even do an article, which is kind of like a blog post. And then you can even do a link. Yeah, Chris, just jump in if you have questions.
Yeah.
So there's the link that I want to send people to. And the visibility is going to be public. We'll get to that in a minute. And so tags as well can be created. So let's do, is it Cargo Works?
Yeah, I don't know if it's one word or two. Might be two.
I think it's two, yeah.
Yeah, it's two.
Yeah. So we added that tag like that. And then what do we want to say? Like bag.
So I was thinking, well, there's brand and there's accessories, or you could do pouches, or I don't know.
Yeah.
What makes sense? Pouches. Let's just do pouches, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to, for the sake of this.
A couple things that people can search for, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
So what this is going to do is it's going to create for you this row at the top here, which is just going to give you all these keywords across the entire site. This is something we borrowed from YouTube, which they have like kind of a little tag thing, that cloud up here. And so if you want to look for a camera, you just click on the word camera, and there's back to that recommendation here. If I want to know more about anchor.fm, I can see all the resources associated with that across the whole site. So it's super fast, and you want to learn about copywriting, Creator Studio, DaVinci Resolve. So you'll see how powerful this gets in just a second as we start to tag more content. Okay, so that is pretty much it. I'm going to grab your text since you have it. So we'll take the last line out because they won't even be seeing that. So we'll go here. And I can just paste this in here into the description, and we'll hit save. Okay, so our first piece of content is there. We're going to go back here, and I'm going to refresh it. And now you'll see that we have this first thing, pouches and containers, and this admin pouch. So you officially have like your first resource up.
Nice. That was easy.
And then if you click on it, we go to this. Cool.
Very cool.
So we'll do a couple more, and then I'll show you kind of how this starts. And you can see it started to add some tags to it, the cloud for you. So it's going to kind of build itself. You just have to feed it the content that you're working on. So let's go and just like add one or two more as an example.
Can we do different maybe categories just to see what?
Sure. Yeah. Let me do let's do one more in this one here. But yeah, definitely. And I'll leave the buying thing there. Let's kill that. So I'm going to go through it a little faster now because I just showed it to you the first time. And let's go to Amazon. Okay. Yeah, I think it is a bit difficult to grab an image.
You might do the developer tools and
I'll just screenshot it.
Yeah, that works.
The picture's going to, so the thing with this is it's going to be tiny. It's just a little thumbnail.
Oh.
So it's not really going to be seen very large. So there's that. And we'll do link. Amazon. Now, this is not an affiliate link, but I'm not going to jump on that. But that's something I can help you set up later. And now, see, when I click on collections, I just add it to that container. And for tags, I can just tag those two because they've already been created. Okay?
Yeah.
See how fast that went?
That's very fast.
Let's do one more. Water bottle holder.
That link may not work. They may not be available still.
Oh, okay.
We'll do the last one.
If you want to
Do the
find
last
one,
one. Yeah.
find a link for it or on Amazon or something while I'm doing this.
I don't think they sell it on Amazon.
Okay.
I think it's only on their site.
Okay. So here's a good example. We can actually publish. I'll leave this, and we'll say we're gonna like come back. I'm just gonna leave this to the 31st, and hit save. So what that will do is if the publish date is in the future, it's not gonna show it on the site. It'll be here and ready to go, but not be published. So we can come back to that at some point.
Yeah.
Let's refresh. There's our 2 pouches. And so look, let's just show like all the pages that have been created. So there's, if you clicked on accessories, now of course those 2 are the only ones that are going to come up. But if I chose cargo works, it just brings that one. Pouches back to this. And of course, from any of these, I can click on it. It will take me back to that, to the site to purchase it. I can also click view all. And now there's a dedicated page called Carry Confidential, which will be .com/pouches and containers. So you can actually send someone like, hey, you have a recommendation for pouches and containers. Drop them this link, and it's kind of like
going to save so much time.
See,
I love it. I love it.
It's kind of a cool tool. So that one you said, is this one?
Do the beaver tail one. Yeah, that one. No, the beaver tail. Yeah, that should work.
Okay.
I think so.
And this is just, I know, scratching the surface of all the things that could be on the site. Now, that's why I wanted to show it to you, because I think you could then take it from here. And just what I find I do is like, I'm just browsing YouTube and I see a cool video or I see something that I feel would be a good resource for my tribe. And I can just go in there, I email it to myself, and next time I'm at my laptop, I just take a second and add it to the site. And now it's like tagged and kind of in this master archive of everything that my tribe would be interested in. Is this pouches and containers still?
Yeah.
And what is this? Is this a?
It could be accessories. It's not really a pouch. Do accessories for now. Yeah.
Okay. And link. Oh, okay. So this is longer.
Yeah, I don't think they have. It's there. They don't have a shop. So yeah.
Okay. So we'll just leave this. I'm just going to link it here anyway.
Sure.
For the sake of this, you can obviously come back and.
I think it's actually made in Ukraine too. So.
All right. You've already mentioned COVID and Ukraine, so you're just trying to get us banned on YouTube. They will turn stuff off if it.
Sorry.
Just kidding. So we got a link. I'm just joking. Probably not. That's why we should only be streaming to Tribe Social, because we'll never get deleted.
We're topical now. We should.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. So we saved that. Okay. So we've got a couple options here. They're all sitting here. And again, it's updating on all these pages as we go. So, and this actually looks better than the white background there. So let's, I have some notes here. So we did image. Let's see if we have like a YouTube video. Do you have something that we could do with the YouTube and video?
I don't have oh, you mean like a link to an existing YouTube video?
Oh, you had people to follow.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, it's not fully. Here, I'll give you one. Go to.
Oh, this one, people to follow here.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, so Packer Hacker.
Or Pack
See,
Hacker.
look, here's the thing. When you're in your niche, like you have no idea, like you have no idea like how valuable some of the things that are super obvious to you are. Like I've been looking at bags for a while. I've bought a few. I've talked to Chris a lot. I till this very second never heard of this YouTube channel, and like they have 30,000 subscribers, and Chris probably, and they're on top of his list, so he obviously knows who they are.
Yeah.
So let's say there's like, is there a video here we could use as that you like?
The doodle, go click on videos if you would. They did a good. They do travel roundups. Let me see. Don't do a review one. Can you do their search? So click on yeah, and do travel. Just do travel. That should work. Hopefully it's not too. Why do they not show? Oh, I do travel tips. Sorry. They've been doing a lot of recent travel tips. Why are they not showing up here? Okay, they might be doing them on shorts. Do this. If you do the global search at the top, do Pack Hacker um, travel tips or something like that. They might have another channel that they don't.
Oh, this one. Oh yeah, see 175.
Okay, yeah, the other one is reviews. This is the one. Sorry. Yes, that's the bigger one. This
Okay.
is the good one. So do travel essentials you should never leave home without. That's a great one.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
This is great. I've never seen this video, never heard of this account. They have over 200,000 in their combined channel. So this is why we're putting the site together.
Yes.
um, so add content. Now for a YouTube video, what I like to do is just grab, like we'll grab titles from here, paste that in. Now I could go through and add an author. I'm gonna leave it as Chris just for a second, and we could add an author for Pack Hacker
Hmm.
that would actually link back to their channel as eventually. So for now, let's just go here. And so there's a quick way to get, if you're on this, you can hit this view thumbnail, drag it to my desktop. I got vidIQ installed here, so that does help just to grab that thumbnail
I'm
super
gonna have to look
quickly.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing a lot of YouTube, it's like super helpful. So that just grabs the same image that he used, and then we'll go to YouTube, and I'll grab just the link, just paste the link in there, and that's brings it in. And then collection, what do we want to call this? Like travel
It's
or
called travel. Yeah.
um,
Or do you want to do maybe travel tips or travel advice or something like that to make it? Because travel is kind of broad. Travel tips. Yeah.
okay. And then we'll add some tags here called like
You can do accessories, packing. Yeah.
okay. And then the just go back to here, YouTube. Yeah, let's make sure that didn't jump. And travel tips. Oh, and then what I'll do is just for the fun of it is I'll just grab just some text here. Looks like he's promoting something there, so I'll just do this little description, and we hit save. So now we have this first video embed, and what that's done, if we go back up here, this is definitely a video streaming site. So we're kind of starting kind of on the other end of like, hey, you can just quickly link to products. That's something that you should do just right off the bat. But you can also, of course, have videos embedded. So this now has like the title there, description, and then as we add more videos, they'll come up here on the right. So it's obviously a little empty right now, but we're going to add some more.
Well, it's neat that you can play it right within Tribe. You don't have to jump out to the
Yeah.
to YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Nice.
still on your site, Carry Confidential / travel tips, and then this is the content there.
Nice.
So you could link to that and send it to someone if you needed to. So, and then of course you can actually upload video. That's kind of the when you first create content, the default is always set here to upload video, and you can take a file right off your computer and just upload it directly here. So this is something I know you're gonna have some ideas to start creating content. Maybe this will kind of get that
Yeah.
accelerated.
Yeah.
Some other tips here. I think you can click on this. No, I think the mode I've got it in here. Okay, so we've essentially added a few extra pieces of content. I want to take just a second and talk about like how Tribe is structured. And again, ask questions about this. So let me grab my notes. Okay, so this I drew just a minute ago, and it's pretty helpful. So the way that Tribe is structured, it's designed to be very organic, but also somewhat structured at the same time. So these green blocks are the content blocks. So we had like a pouch here, another pouch, a water bottle, and then we had a collection called pouches and containers. And so you can have as many collections. We could create another collection called travel tips, and then this would be your travel tips video. And so a piece of content isn't just limited to like all of these being products, all of these being videos. This is where it kind of gets a little interesting. You can have a section called travel, and then in that you could have a video here. So let's say like this is a video, but you could also put this same admin pouch. Like let's say you're going through it, and I don't know if this is the case. We'll say this admin pouch, like, yeah, honestly, like I would probably like put that with the travel, like that's probably a good travel accessory. I just added it there, and you can see these collections are being listed there in the light gray. It just says
Hmm.
like travel tips, pouches, containers. And if I refresh this, you'll see that we have like, now of course it's there twice, but that's just because there's only 4 pieces of content. But imagine if there's like
Right.
500 pieces of content, and you're sitting and you're looking at travel tips here. I'm watching the video, I've got my link right there, and so all of this is kind of everything I want to share with them about this one um,
Hmm.
topic of travel tips. So this can be a YouTube video, this could be a product link. You could have another thing that's a blog post, another post that is a video you uploaded, all on the same collection. Is that making sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Cool. And so the other thing you can do, if you want to actually group collections, you can actually have topics. So you could have a
Oh,
topic, um,
interesting.
overarching topic called travel. Then this could be like travel bags. This could be travel accessories. This could be
Hmm.
travel whatever. And that's just under, and again, you can kind of group it in all these different ways. But at the end of the day, everything is just floated right to the top here with these little links. So like if you forget everything that's there, you can just jump to accessories, and I'm looking at accessories, click on packing right there. And of course this search works as well if you like to just search for, packing. Um, actually, oh, sorry, it searches the titles, so it does not the tags. But if you search for, let's say, like beaver tail, of course that
Hmm.
comes up, and it's really, really fast.
Yeah.
So we've got the video added. We could definitely go through and add more of these. Is there another? Let's grab another one just quick
Yeah.
here.
Do carryology. Just type in carryology. You should have a pretty good.
Carry. Oh, also
Yeah.
never heard of this.
Oh, they're awesome.
Okay, he's got a beard, so I feel like I should take him seriously.
He's a designer. Actually, he worked with Jason at GoRuck to make GR1. So pretty
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Uh,
Which
yeah.
one?
So I just want to grab. Do you want a video or do the channel or?
Um, yeah, just I mean maybe something that fits with here. Minimalist travel packing,
There you go.
just for the
Perfect.
tutorial here.
Perfect. I like how fast it is to add different things and you can shuffle them around where you want them. It's kind of write once and then move around however you want.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want, I know I sent you the login. If you want to just log in as well, maybe
Oh
you
yeah.
can add one as well while we're going through it. So we'll
Nice.
say packing, travel, accessories, and title is, this is cool.
Oh, they're questions. I didn't even see them. Okay, so
Oh,
let's see.
yeah,
How
you
are
should
you
be watching
deciding
them.
what to include?
This is so helpful. Designed to be organic and structured at the same time. How are you deciding what to include? Um,
Well, I think Bruce was just showing what you can do, but if I were doing it myself, I would think through the categories, how I'd want to present them. And then also, like, let's say I had bags, right? There's so many different types of bags, right?
yeah,
Travel bags, everyday carry bags, messenger, or even by form factor, right? Backpacks, messengers. The sky's the limit, I think, in terms of what to include. I guess it's just whatever you want to work on for that session, right? So if I wanted to say, hey, I'm getting ready to do a travel series, or I want to put together that, I would probably focus on that with a couple of reviews, a couple of bag reviews, and maybe some accessories, and maybe how to pack, right, for a short trip. In fact, that reminds me, Bruce, I've got a trip coming up in mid-March, so that'll be a good opportunity to kind of do the video on that.
cool. Yeah, you can do that. And but the cool thing now is you've kind of created a hub for all the content.
Yeah.
So now what you're doing is actually just adding to it. So if you were to go add a video, you could now start creating your own content. But now it's one of 50 other pieces of content. So you don't have to come out the gate with like a bunch of content that you've created. You can actually just leverage about a bunch of links and resources that you're using currently while you take time to start creating your own videos. But it's all housed in one site where um, you can start sending people this. It's already useful, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so uh, cool. I just added
The
that
other thing I
one.
like about it, Bruce, is I mean, I've used different website builders, right? WordPress, there's Squarespace, but what's nice about this is that I like how quick it is, right? It's very
Hmm.
flexible to kind of group things in buckets. Instead of saying, "Oh, I got to find this plugin for WordPress. Does this work? Is it updated?" and updating plugins, it's just just a lot more streamlined.
Yeah, we'd like to focus on the content management of it and not dealing with um, you know,
Design and
all the
building it. Yeah.
all that stuff. So the cool thing is, yeah, because it's housed inside of Tribe, like our development team is one worrying about plugins and updates and hosting and all the fun stuff behind the scenes, so that it's super easy um, here. So cool. So we've got 6 or 5 pieces of content there, and we could definitely keep going. You can kind of see how easy this would be. Um, the next thing I had on my list, we've added that 510
Real quick,
types of,
I know you
yeah.
said you sent me the logins. Did you send it via email or? I know usually there's an email that you sign in, but
No, it's in Slack. Sorry.
oh, okay, gotcha.
So it's Chris, and then
Oh, got it, got it. Let me sign in.
I had written it in Slack in my head, and so I don't know why,
That's
why
all
it
right.
was not on there. So now it's there. Um,
Oh, there's also a
so
Google login.
the
Interesting.
next thing, okay, let's check on our time because we are. How are we doing on time? 58 minutes. Okay, so we're 30 minutes in. This is actually going super quick.
It is.
Um, and I definitely want to hopefully have at least 10, 15 pieces. And then I would love to turn the domain live and we'll put a logo in here and kind of dress it up.
Sweet.
Um, so let's go just create another author. So because we have um, these guys here, which are the Carryology, let's jump over to their site. I'm going to grab their image. I'm going to go over to this and we're going to go to users. And now um, we can go here and add a user. So we're going to call it Carryology. The email can be anything. I'm going to do Carryology. It's a username or an email. And you do have to set a password because this is kind of set up if you wanted to actually give this to a collaborator. But
Oh
since we're
yeah.
not, yeah. Sorry, did you have a question?
Oh no, go for it.
Okay. And then I can set this as a creator. And then on the picture, I'm actually going to upload that little icon that they had. Oh, that's the cover
Yes.
photo. Sorry. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the top. It's up here, the avatar. Um, and this will actually put their little logo there. So again, we're giving reference, and I'll actually take this link and we'll drop it here in their description. So people do want to check out their channel. We're actually, helping them out by sending traffic back to them. Um, and I'll take just this little description. I think that looks like, oh, that's just one video. Is there an about? Yes, there is.
Yep.
Okay, so he's got a little thing in a website, and we'll hit save. Okay, so now he's in there, and I can go back to content, and this was his here, and you'll see now Carryology as an author. Hit save, and we jump back here, and now instead of see how this one says Chris Chan was like a recommendation. This just says Carryology now.
I love it.
Um,
Yeah.
and you can watch it. And now something that is coming shortly, and I'm mentioning it now because it's just a week or so away, is profile pages. So for each creator, you can actually you'll be able to click on the word Carryology and go to a kind of like a Instagram or like a Twitter or a Facebook profile where you have like a cover photo, a little avatar, and then all the posts from that creator is all listed below. So if you were to click on Carryology, you can go see everything on the site that Chris is recommending for you. So feature and those creators will all be featured on one of these top sections on the homepage. So you can just like click on Chris, or you can click on Carryology and jump to those sections of the site.
Neat.
Cool. So that was the author. And now we wanted to customize some branding. So you don't have a logo, right?
I don't, but I did upload a profile picture. So if you refresh, you should see the tiny little avatar.
Nice.
There we go.
Cool. Yeah, and Chris did that just by clicking up here. You can click edit profile, and that same view where I was um, editing all these details, you can actually do for your own account. So that is
And this
that.
is a small thing, but because, software, um, I like that multiple people, like, so if you're on my team, right, I can have you, hey, can you upload content here? We can log in the same account. It's not going to say, oh, you need to log out one person for one person to go in. That's huge as well.
Yeah.
Of course, you could have your own login too, but
Yeah, and I could do that. And for the sake of this tutorial, we just wanted to keep it simple.
yeah.
But um, so we can create a quick logo. I'm trying to think of the fastest way because I don't want to make this a whole logo. There's
Right.
actually, do you know the site? I think what's it called? Taylor.
Yeah, there are a lot of logo generation sites.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, just quick and dirty kind of.
If you need a quick, yeah, Taylor Brands, that's what it is. Have you used this one? So we go carry confidential. I'll try to spell it correctly. Carry confidential. Okay, design. Oh, well, Google. Thank you. Okay, so this is physical goods. Let's say, yeah. Next. Industry. What do you want to do? Like bags
Sure.
or travel, maybe, or travel.
It's typically like soft goods or something like that. I don't know if that's a specific. Travel's fine.
Okay, this doesn't really matter. They're just going to take keywords. Let's do like an icon and we could search. Let's do like a okay, let's see, is it like a backpack? You tell me if this is your logo. We can change it obviously, but this is just wanted to do this
Yeah,
quick.
I just want something that if it's small, you can see and tell what it is, because that's the biggest thing with bags. Sometimes you can't really understand what it is. And probably black and white, not a colored one.
Yeah, and I think they'll theme it. So these are like very obviously we would spend more time on the logo,
Yeah.
but this is
This
more
is just for example.
yeah. So let's just okay, let's skip all this and go to Figma.
Well, while you were doing that, I actually went to Canva. They have a logo maker as well.
Yes, yeah, that's good too.
So,
Do you want to share your screen?
yeah, I'll share my screen. Let me see.
Cool, and we have.
We don't want to eat up too much time with this, but
yes, let me bring it up.
this is kind of cool. I don't want that, obviously, but it's very cool because you can just kind of put stuff in here. Obviously, these are very abstract things. They're not really suited. What did I do? Oh, they did circular logo. Let's try like bag or travel or something. It's like we'll browse quickly here. These are all like shopping bags. All right, let's try backpack.
I see. I'm saying hi to Anne. You've been asking. This is great. Yeah, if you have questions, just drop them for us.
Oh,
because on Restream we can only see that it says Facebook user, so I just have to go to Facebook. So I've been trying to get Anne to use Tribe for a very long time. So
jump on in, Anne.
This is your sign. Just kidding.
That's kind of cool. It's easy to see what that is. I mean, there's no.
So can you change the text?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, something like this is going to be great. Now, what I would probably do is maybe just make that text white.
This one? Okay.
Just click on it. Do you use Canva a lot?
No, it's just an intuitive design. So shout out to Canva.
Yeah. So if you click on the, actually that should be fine. just
Oops.
like that. Um, if,
Oh,
I
just the
think
logo mark?
you can just export it like with
Okay.
the clear background.
Yeah. Let's make it big so that we can always shrink it down.
Yeah, I was gonna just crop it when we're done.
Oh,
So
okay.
I just undo that.
Oh,
I'll show you. I can't point on stuff here.
you want to do that? And then,
Yeah, if you've been using WordPress, bless you. WordPress is kind of a beast. It's definitely like I heard this quote, which is so great. It's like WordPress is a great free tool if you don't value your time, and
well,
that's
or if
pretty much
you've
the
done
truth.
it for so long that you know exactly what to do,
Yeah,
but again, that takes time. Squarespace is a lot easier. All right, so
yeah,
I'm going to send this to you, Bruce. I had to do it like this because it doesn't let me do transparent backgrounds on the free plan. So
gotcha. Okay, I have. We can do that. I can even drop a logo here. I'm just gonna kind of. I don't want to get too hung up on that.
yeah.
Um,
I sent it to you via Slack, by the way.
okay, perfect. Let me. So we shut all this down. So you sent me. Oh, just the image. That's exactly what I was
Mhm.
looking for. Copy image. Let's go to Figma really quick. Um, okay, just grab something here. And I will, I'm just going to make this right here. So I'm going to paste that in. And guys, do you know how much, like we do a lot of coaching and help training content creators. Please don't spend any more time than I'm spending right now on your logo because it does not matter. Don't let not having a logo hold you back from launching. Um, that's why I kind of want to show you. This is so, I know there's like we have paid tens of thousands of dollars for brand experts to brand and do awesome branding work. I highly value it. But when you're trying to get something off the ground, get something off the ground. Don't worry about the logo, not having a logo. Because we talk to so many creators who are like, oh, I'm just waiting to get this logo finalized. Carrie
Confidential. Yeah,
Confidential.
one thing I heard is your brand is only as valuable as your content. People don't care about your logo as long as they find value in what you're providing. That's what they remember. They don't remember the logo. So, I mean, unless it's super memorable and whatever. But the main thing is the
Yeah.
content.
Um, sorry, I'm just looking. Oh, I do have my fonts here. Cool. And we'll just like grab this color here. Let's grab it like it's gonna look semi-professional, I think, when we're done, even though we're spending no time. You tell me if like
Maybe block ear because it's kind of thick. Do you have like a block ear, a little bit less stems, like a different font face? Is what I mean. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, the way you did that narrow, yeah, it's kind of cool.
so I'm gonna just use this. What works really well, I'm just gonna make one with just like a white.
Hmm.
Um, and we can export this. We do want to use a PNG, and I'm gonna drop it to my desktop. And we're back here. Okay, so back to the tutorial. Hopefully you have a logo. If you didn't, you could have just made one the way we just went through it.
Right.
Um, and so we can jump over to platform here and we can click this little edit button. You can notice that you can actually have multiple platforms if you have like multiple sites you want to manage from one dashboard. But we just have the one here, so we'll hit edit. Here's where the name is there. So you see the name that's showing up in the tabs here. That's where you could change that. Um, you can set the homepage. We're going to come back to that and set that homepage. Oops. Um, time zone. This is helpful for when you're scheduling posts for a specific time zone, and a description. So, do you have a description of like
So let
one
me
two
check the
sentences?
Notion real quick.
Yeah, grab that while you're doing that. So then I'm going to go to the logo. I'm going to delete this temporary one here, and I'm going to grab the one we just uploaded. Cool. There's the little logo, and I'm just going to grab this color. So I'm gonna grab the hex code. I'm gonna go over to dark brand color here. I'm gonna grab and we're gonna do, yeah, just like that. And I'm gonna hit save. So let's save that. Jump back here. Cool. So now we have, look at just what happened there. We have that immediately looks kind of professional. So we have like the logo, and you can see
Wow.
everything got kind of like soft fade of that color, that color we picked. So that came in with like a little bit of a light purple color. Um, and so I was able to do that by going up here and just changing a couple of these variables. You can choose a primary color, secondary, and these all get used at different places on the site. You just drop in what you need, and then it will organize it for you. So we can also go to Unsplash here, and I'm going to drag like a backpack. These are all, let's see if there's like a fun, let's go with this guy. It's kind of cool colors. I'm just going to save that. Unsplash is awesome if you're looking for free photography. Awesome tool. So I'm going to upload this. Now, you can notice that I'm not worried about file sizes. I'm not worried about images. This image that I'm about to upload is massive. Like it's 4 or 5 megabytes. And you typically would want to compress it and do all that. All you got to do is just throw the image in here, and it's going to compress it and do things for you, which is kind of nice.
That's super nice. Yeah.
So now we can refresh this, and you see we've actually got a cool like image up here.
Now, Bruce, I'm logged in as well. So if I am in the platform, is that where you edited this?
Yeah, platform and then edit. And
And
I'm just
hear
going to
about, oh, okay. Yeah.
change that to white, since that's kind of a dark image. So that will change that to white. And we can obviously hide these buttons and things like that. This just kind of scrolls you down to the content, gets you into the, and that color, let's say we want to go back. Let me grab that color. How are we doing on time? I feel like I should have given you the clock because
8:31. We're doing well. We're doing well.
oh yeah, we have 43 minutes. Perfect. We still got to
We
get
may
your
not be
domain
all that
live.
time moving, so.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna go here. I'm just gonna change that. So I saw that blue color, and you see the blue colors there. I can hit save. We can come back now, refresh, and that should change that. It may just be
Hang on, I'm gonna try something real quick.
okay.
I'm gonna try to overwrite you.
Oh, you just
There we
did.
go.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
very
Hang
cool.
on. So maybe don't
There,
have two people working at the same time, but let me change the color now.
yeah.
Let's see if that works. I'm not actually sure if it will. Yeah, it may not be. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can definitely work on that. If you want to hide all of this, you can just have the picture there with a little checkbox. There's other options like sign in options. You can hide the sign in options.
Bruce, one thing
Yeah.
I've seen in other sites is if you have an image, you can either move it around because you see how that camera lens is dark and it really
Yeah.
makes it hard to read. So maybe in the future release, we can make it so that you can crop or move around the image or move your
Right.
text around so
Yeah.
that it will, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. That's a good idea. So we've got a couple tools here. I think probably the next thing to do, you want to go ahead and do the domain now?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Awesome. So if you want to get into your Google stuff,
Yeah.
and you can share your screen again.
Admin. I don't know what I'm doing, so let's see. Let me get, oh, no.
Cool.
Get in here.
And I think there may be a part 2 here, which would be around groups and other tools. So maybe while you're pulling that up, let me go ahead and just show you some other thing else. So this is another site, and you can actually set up groups as well. So let's say like I'm over here, I'm watching content. Let's say Chris has got all of his content here. We can actually create a group that's just for let's say we make an Atlanta Rucking Club. That it's people in Atlanta. Chris and I are both in Atlanta, and we're going to have this club where like people in Atlanta are going to be part of this club or membership. We can actually do that by going here to groups. We can hit add group, and we can say Atlanta Rucking Club. I bet there's a bunch of people who's watching this who've never heard the word rucking, which I had not heard until I met you. So
Yeah, it's
Chris is
urban weight
he's
carrying.
in the forest, so he can't see the trees. But we're out here. I mean, like, no, you, you definitely have. So let me I'm gonna grab that. I'm just gonna grab this photo for the sake of getting it quick. And I'm gonna make it a public group so anyone can join it. Let me just show you what that creates. This is where Tribe really starts to get interesting. So let's make this Chris, and we refresh. So now we have a groups button up here. And if you're seeing this, you have any questions, Chris, you can, this obviously we don't need, I think I clicked on it too many times. Let's refresh that. Whoops. I hit save over and over. Okay. So we have this first group here, and now there's a public group. Anyone can join it. So I'm going to click into it, and you'll see that this almost looks like a Facebook group, right? So now on this site, Carry Confidential Not, we can all connect and share things specifically to this group. So now let's say there's a store in Atlanta that's having a sale on bags. This is where Chris could post in here, or let's say let's say you're trying to do a marketplace, like you're trying to just post and say, hey, anyone else need a GR1 bag? You could share it and share it only to this Atlanta
Nice.
Rucking Club. So the way you would do that, let's say you would go into a piece of content and be like, just say GR1 for sale. This is the bag that Chris talked me into getting. It's actually great. I love it. And here under groups, I just add this to the Atlanta Rucking Club, and I could add a photo. Everything is identical. All the things, YouTube video, links, articles, all of this is possible, but now it's just inside of that one group. And I can still add tags and things, if I want to here. And so now if I go to the group, you should see that post has now been added. Of course, I didn't upload a video, and I left it as video. So you would upload a photo, and that's how that would work. And you can also just click right here. Chris can say, hey, I'm looking for a GR1, in Atlanta. Hey, Andrew, how's it going, man?
I like his enthusiasm. Let's go.
I know he's not on Facebook watching this.
Well, we don't
not
need
a
Facebook
fan.
anymore, right? That's why we're all here.
I know. We're all working to get off of it. So that's where you can kind of post this message here, and I can actually come in here and comment on it as a user, or we could. I'm obviously commenting on Chris's as Chris, but if you had other users, you could go in and comment and have a discussion on this. So it's just cool because it's basically this massive library of content, and you can also kind of put things in specific groups and kind of bundle it in a number of different ways. It's still the exact same content. Like I can have all this on the homepage, but then I can also take all these pouches and containers, and I can push that into a group as well. So let's say you had a travel hacks group or something like that, or so then you could have all these resources out here on the homepage, but you can also push them down into a group, and it's the same piece of content with description and details and all the things that you put in there the first time, but now you're splitting up a different way. So I know people who are watching have membership sites. Maybe you have a coaching group and you have different programs, and if you're a coach or a mentor, you probably have 72 different types of plans and programs because you're iterating on it and you're coming up with new ideas. So this allows you to keep all of those pieces of content in different groups. In our Kingdom Manager example here, we have partners who are helping us promote events, and we have members who are part of our main annual membership. We have a workshop we did, and then we have a roadmap, which is like a DIY plan. So we have different people in different plans, and you can see these are set to private, meaning that you have to get approval. People
Mhm.
request access, and then an admin of that group can go and approve a person. So, uh,
So Bruce, what's
yeah,
perfect about this is to use kind of to my site. What we've done is, so I do have an Atlanta Rock Club,
okay,
and a lot of people say, "How do I get started?" Right? Well, perfect. Here's the gear. Here's events. Here's what you need to know. Here's some training. Here's the workout plans. I mean, it's literally one thing, and I can pull in content from all the other things, all the other
yeah,
collections I have,
yeah,
which is super, super exciting.
yeah. No, you got it. And so, because what you'll find is it's the same resources getting
Yeah.
presented a number of different ways. Now, whether you're just creating free groups, what you're doing here, or if you're even having paid memberships, um, maybe you did a consultation, call where people pay for exclusive content, kind of like a Patreon or something like that. Um, you could have a group that's just for exclusive content that's private, and you can just manage people that way. So, a
Yeah.
lot of different items. So, um, I'm gonna just hit on a couple quick things. Let's say in there's just this link section, which is gonna add links up here to the top. So if you want to add, let's say someone wants you to follow us on Twitter or whatever, I'm just gonna link directly to
Hmm.
twitter.com, and so you can add your own custom links up here. So there's Twitter now. If I click on it, it goes to Twitter.
Hmm.
You can also link to specific pages on the site if you want, which is kind of a cool
Oh,
feature.
so
So
you could use it kind of as a navigational bar.
as a navigation bar. So let's
Oh,
say
that's
we
perfect.
wanted that groups gets added by default. If you have any
Right.
groups, it adds the groups for you. But if you go to, let's say we wanted to link,
We do the pouches
yeah, let's
or
go to now.
yeah.
You again, that's maybe not be a great example because we've got
Sure.
a lot of different ways to get to that. But yeah, for the
Mhm.
sake of the tutorial, it's just you just grab this last little slash pouches and containers, and we'll go add link.
Oh, it's the slug.
Yeah,
Nice.
just like that.
Wow. That was
See,
easy. Hmm.
cool. So
So
that's yeah. Go
I
ahead.
know we're doing the domain thing, so I'm ready. Do you want me to share my screen?
Yeah,
All right.
absolutely. So when you're ready to do a domain, there's a couple steps here. So I've
So I have
got
Google. I registered my domain through Google. If you have like GoDaddy or some other site, it's going to
okay.
look slightly different, but it's probably the same
Can you get
steps, right?
to the Google domains though?
Yeah. I think it's this one here.
Manage domains. Cool. I know we're going in kind of a lot of detail at this point, but this is kind of the process. If you're following along and you're trying to build a site, this is going to be very valuable information. Um, and what I'll do, so the process here, before you do that, let me just
Hmm.
quickly share something here. So if you go to tribesocial.io, you can actually go to support, and there's a bunch of tutorials in here. These are not always up to date because I'm the one who's keeping them up to date at the moment. But we're adding as many as we can. That's why I thought let's just do one 90-minute tutorial. We'll hit all the important stuff and go from there. So there's a lot of different resources here, and if you click into this one, this is our process for getting a domain set up. So you're going to email help. It's actually going to be help at Tribe Social, and then you're going to tell us what you want your domain to be, and you want to create. So if we're going to go carryconfidential.com, it's going to be www.carryconfidential.com. And then I'm going to set up a CNAME record here, and then we're going to add it to Chris's site here. But it's kind of you have to tell us what domain you want to use. We register it on our end. We send you back the CNAME. You put it into your DNS settings, and then everything goes live. Um, Simple as that.
But
So
if you already have a domain, like I do, because I bought it, then I guess it's just redirecting, right?
yeah, no, we're gonna. So can you go? We're not gonna do a redirect, but can you
Oh,
click into like we need to get to like the DNS settings somehow?
oh, okay. That could be. Oh my.
And if this takes more than 5 minutes, we'll move on to something else. But
Yeah.
I can help you after this. But I'm not
Let
extremely
me see.
familiar with Google domains.
That's
Um,
a record. Yeah, we want to see. Let me go to this. Hmm.
because I
Cool.
think you're in the. Can you go to like Google Domains instead of you're in the Google Admin panel? I think
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
there's a different website. Google is
Yes.
very confusing this way.
I have so many.
There's so many. I'll take it off for a second while you pull it up.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm gonna go. I already know we're gonna make it www.carryconfidential. So I go ahead and do what typically you would email
Okay.
us. We would set this
Sure
up,
again. Yeah.
um, and then yes, I think this is looking much better.
Here we go. Yeah. So,
DNS. That's what we want on the
DNS.
left.
Perfect. Thank you. Here we go.
Add domain. So we're gonna be www.carryconfidential.com. If you have an option to add a record,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, add a record. So
Oh, that was already, yeah,
I'm
here.
gonna drop this into Slack for you.
Okie doke.
It's they always have the strangest long domain. So that's where the and can you zoom in just a little bit on your
Yeah,
on
let
this
me,
screen because I think you're on a very high resolution screen and it's a little fuzzy.
yeah, sorry.
There you go. That's amazing. Now I can read it. So host name is just going to be www, and then that what I sent you is going to be the data, and the
Okay.
type. Take the HTTP off.
Oh,
There we go.
right.
I think Slack and the slash. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Slack
Well, it's
added
CNAME,
that
right?
to us. Yes, take that off and the last slash at the end of that domain. Yep, and hit
Okay.
save.
Does it take time to propagate or is it pretty quick?
Pretty fast actually.
Okay.
So there's saved. So let's jump
Is
back
that
to
all we
me.
need?
So I love this website. What's my DNS? We go to carryconfidential.com. Okay, so we look up CNAME. Okay, it's already, I mean, it's there. Look, it's already like propagated. So the last little step here, and this is all in the instructions if you go to Tribe Social, so I'm kind of jumping around to it, but we just changed the homepage here to www.carryconfidential.com. This tells Tribe, hey, when someone arrives to our app and they're using this domain, we need to connect this entire site, this Carry Confidential site. If you skip this step, nothing's going to show up. Okay. Let's see.
Look at that. Wow, that's awesome.
And you can actually HTTPS. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll fix that. I just have to refresh on our end here.
Okay, that's the fastest I've ever probably set up a website, even with WordPress.
And where are we at? We got 27 minutes to go. So what other things do you want to add to the site? Because now it's live. This is the best thing I found is like put it live on the domain. All of a sudden it feels very real. Because I think, Chris, we've been talking about you getting a site up
Yeah,
for a while.
for the longest time.
For a while. And we're like, hey, we'll just do it, one time. But we thought, and then we were thinking, hey, this could be a great application for Tribe. And
So,
I think, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I do have a question. So, let's see. It still says your logo here. So I went to
Um,
the platform. I'm editing, or I should share my screen so people know what I'm doing here.
you know what? I think I had two tabs open
Oh, okay, no worries.
because I think this is when you and I are both editing, so we
Oh,
shouldn't do that. But
here, I'll let you get in then because I think you had the logo file. So go ahead and put that up
I'm
there.
adding it now.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, good catch though. That's I think yeah. Normally you wouldn't obviously be two versions of that at the same time, but okay. There we go. And another nice little feature. Sorry, I forgot. Took my screen share off. If we refresh, we should have all
There
that
it is.
working. Oh, this text needs to be changed. Just I went a little confusing there. So this needs to be white.
Is there a way to put like a drop shadow in text yet, or is that coming? Maybe.
On this.
Yeah.
No, what I would do though is I would grab this image and I would pull it into Figma and I would add
The
like
mask. Yeah.
a black, like at
Yeah. Yeah.
30%, and this text will pop amazingly well. Oh, in fact, we'll do it real quick since we're doing everything. Let me
Yeah,
close.
Bruce has all the answers. I mean, when else can you get like a custom made site with Bruce at the helm? This is awesome.
Don't worry, we'll be selling this as an upgrade when you check out for Tribe.
There you go.
Probably not a bad idea.
Custom design consultation.
Done for you. Um, yeah, and so again, we kind of did this in really about an hour, which I did a site here for our one of our coaching groups. Um, so put this whole site together in about, I think I timed myself, it was 61 minutes. Um, and so like recommended reading, books, things that I share with people all the time in our company. I just put them here because even if I'm the only one that uses it, I can get to that link and share that to them really quick. Or I can send specific, pages like, hey, here's all of our recommended reading as a company. Um, have I shown you this, Chris?
You have, yeah, it's really
Okay, cool.
helpful. I've actually bookmarked it. Yeah.
um, so I'm just gonna grab this picture. Um, and let's just also just kind of shape it to that.
And for those of you who don't know, Figma is like free Illustrator, and it's so powerful.
Yeah,
Even and it's the free
it's free.
version lets you do 3 projects, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty great. We do use the paid version, but it
Right.
is great. So quick, this is obviously not a Figma tutorial, and there's a lot of training on this out there. But fill black image, drop it back. Sorry, normal. What
You're
did I
gonna
do?
add a layer, right? And then
Oh,
put on
this needs to be
top.
100,
Yeah.
and the fill this here image. We just pull this back, and that'll fade it.
Oh, nice.
So you don't have to do much, but just like 80% or
Mhm.
um, export PNG. So yeah, eventually we'll probably just have a little checkbox where it's like add fade. Probably
Yeah.
a very easy idea there. Um, and cool, we'll hit save. And that should just make that text pop just a little more. There you go.
Oh, that's way better. Yeah, that's
Yep.
beautiful. That was easy.
You click on here. I'm just going to let's add this color to a few other places. See, that will actually make this background.
Oh, nice.
That
Yeah.
um, we can have this all up here. I think we can, there's a way to hide that. I won't mess with that just right now. And yeah, that's pretty much everything on this side. We could definitely go in and add more content. And you can see here that the goal is it's organic as far as you can just add content, but you're tagging it in such a way at the content level that it kind of starts to organize itself
Mhm.
into different collections. It organizes itself into different tags, and so you just add content um, all day. And I think some ideas we've had is obviously you have like a big plus button right here. You just click on it, and you could just add a
Oh,
piece
yeah.
of content right here. We're definitely getting to that soon. Um, and what else did I show? Oh, there's an analytics section. So if you want to track like who's watching what, you can see who your top viewers are. Right now it's Chris. I'll show you one with a little more data. Um, so we can actually see this year there's 30 views on this particular site, and all these different sort of views across all those and who the top viewers are. So that is that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Content collections, topics. Topic is just a way to group collections in some way. You don't
Yeah.
need to do that. If you don't use topics, they won't show up. It just, again, it'll be shown when you add it. Um, Ads is something that we're kind of in the process of rebuilding, so I'm not talking about that. Groups we went through, users. Um, I didn't get into a number of details about roles, but like we set Careology as a creator because we wanted them to be able to be set as like an author. But there's also free accounts. There's basic and premium. So you have three levels that you can set people to. And if we go back to content and click on this, you'll see that people or users, pieces of content can actually be set to public, free, basic, premium. So if this piece of content, let's say this minimalist travel packing list, is only part of our like subscription membership, I can bump this
Mhm.
to a different level. If I do free, it just means people need to create a free account on Tribe to watch it. So that way you get their email address. If you do, and then we leave basic and premium up to you, however you want to have those two tiers. Um, so you can initially just have premium content. Then if you want to kind of create a light version of the premium account, that's where basic would fit in. Um, Andrew says, when I grow up, I want to be like Bruce.
Don't we all?
I appreciate it. Um, and let's, so uh, content. Oh, and then I'll show you this. I did make a little graphic for this. It's really pretty.
It works.
Um, so all content like we just did for Chris right now is all public. So it's this kind of creates your what we call your content funnel. So from public, we go down to free, free down to basic, basic down to premium. So you're constantly pushing people from one plan to the next. And think of how this could look. I could click on, let's say I have a better maybe pouches and containers. Maybe there's like here's our recommended pouches and containers. But if I click on here, we have a fourth item here that is a premium like tutorial from Chris or from an interview with the owner of GoRuck, exclusive interview with Carry Confidential and the someone from GoRuck. So you could actually have that as sort of premium content, and it would show up. You would be able to see it there, and if you clicked on it, it would prompt you to actually upgrade your account. So that way, and so it encourages people to, hey, you need to upgrade to this account, and then it'll have a button there, and then you can link them to a payment page. You can link them to something to get that. So that's just kind of how the different structures work. And of course, this is sort of the general overall library. If on top of this you want to layer in sort of in 3D like group content, what we're doing on our site is actually selling access to specific resources that we're only putting in groups. So it bypasses public, free, basic, premium, and it's only in a group.
Hmm.
So basically there's an infinite amount of ways to control certain types of content going to certain types of people. But this solves the problem for most people who are doing just a very simple content site. So pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, this has been really fast, to be honest. I mean, this is getting stuff from basically links in Notion,
Notion, yep.
right? And live, so people can actually make use of it. And it's a lot more approachable than if I just shared that Notion page, right? Because you
Yep.
just see lots of links and you just don't want to read all the text.
Well, yeah, exactly. And you could set all of these to just be free if you wanted to, where people would be forced to log in. So that way you'd be starting to gather email addresses. That goes to an email list, all that. There's some cool integrations with Tribe and Zapier. So you can grab that person's email address, send it to ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, whatever tool you're using. There's a lot of cool things you can do with that.
So, and I just want to share with the gang what it used to look like before Notion, because Notion is even a more cleaned
Yeah,
up
we
view
should have started that.
than
That's
it
like
has
the before
before.
and after.
This could be a thumbnail you could make. Let me see, where did it go?
Anne says she found her site and now she's looking to build. It's awesome.
That is awesome.
And if you're not following, we have a private Tribe Social Facebook group that's still there because we have a lot of our clients love using Facebook, so we're just keeping that going on Facebook. So if you're welcome to sign up for that, I'll drop a link in the description to make sure you're in there. We're actually live streaming this uh, training directly into that, as well as our YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube or our Tribe Social users, the same content goes to both, and it also goes to try our own Tribe Social tribe site. It's like a tribe inception. Um, so that is where you can go. And if you guys are watching this down the road and you don't have a tribe site, you can go to tribesocial.io and you can sign up for a free trial there. So that's definitely an option. And part of the free trial, because we're in an early founders mode right now, we're you'll hop on a call with me and we'll talk for 30 minutes about if this is the right fit for your company or your organization, and we'll go from there. So just wanted to mention that. If you're interested and you don't have this set up, but you're watching this and you're like, I would love this, you can reach out. Cool. Yeah.
All right,
Chris,
you ready to see the madness?
let's do it.
So I use Trello before I use Notion. I
This
still
is
have
what,
Trello.
okay, this is what you sent me. We should have started with this. I forgot about this
This
entirely.
is a little
This is
insane.
so great.
I'm not a
Now,
survivalist.
okay,
I'm not a prepper. I just
hang,
like to be prepared.
just for a second. There are people like creating businesses off like Trello boards like this. And I told this to Chris, and people who are watching this, or I know some of our clients like know that world of content and training and sharing expert advice. So I saw this, I was like, this is a gold mine content. It's just, why don't you give us a tour and we can.
Okay, so I made a stab at. So I literally made this for some of the groups I'm in. So I do a lot of Go Ruck events. That's basically physical training, and they have gear and apparel. But I literally said how to use this Trello board because a lot of people don't even know what Trello is, right? And so just basically some instructions, right? And really like categories. So read the second, right? So different things they can look at, and there's comments and stuff. Um, just reading and knowledge, like just really all of my combined notes from everything. And I just kind of have built up this knowledge over the years. I'm not an expert. I was not an Eagle Scout or anything, but just sort of like just my brain in Trello. And so when we look at bags, this is literally my
Oh my
list
gosh.
of bags. So if you think about it, there's so many people who have never heard of, even one of these because they just know the North Face, they know Osprey, they know whatever brands are at REI, right? But there's so many small companies out there. And if you can't find a bag from one of these guys, don't worry. You can just look on Etsy or look on other places too. And it seems like there's a new bag company sprouting up
Yeah.
every month. But this is alphabetized. These are the main ones that I've kind of found. But
So
yeah.
this is amazing, and I know there's people. I know, for example, Anne is in the content and training and stuff, and she would be crying knowing that you were just going to give all this away for free. And but this is awesome, and I think if you can't, if you've put so much time into this, I think what we need. This is what I would need to get completely moved over to Tribe. Uh,
We
yeah,
sell these
she
for.
says we sell these boards. That's what I said. And so getting this to a place where you can at least get it public, where people can see it and access it, because you can see how valuable this would be if you went and tagged all those, like every one of those rows could be a piece of content, um, with tags. Like some of those bags are going to be better for different applications, whatever. You could add different tags for that so that it's easily searchable. Because the only reason, if you sent this to me, which you did, is
Yeah.
you just start clicking. You like, because there's not even a picture of them, so you don't even know, is this like a messenger bag? Is it a backpack? But if you could do that photo like we just did for the pouches, now like you can quickly see all those things. And again, you're not having to create all this content, you're just sourcing it, you're just pulling it into one place. And if you are wanting to sell this, you can list all these out there, but set the content type to be, I mean, the visibility to be, premium, or just put it in one of your groups. So you can kind of put it wherever you need to make it exclusive to specific people who are paying for it. So
Well,
this is
and
great.
Chris,
Yeah.
while you were talking about that, I mean, this is a flat list, right? There's
Yeah.
no way to again, like you can in Tribe, say, okay, these are tactical bags, these are traditional bags, these are travel bags, these are whatever, right? Or form factor, these are messenger, these are, bike bags, these are hiking packs, these are, backpacking, whatever. And I can do that in Tribe. So that's literally going to be probably one of the first pieces of content that I make, right? Sorting these out, in categories and groups and collections and tagging them and all of that. So now that I can do that, it's not flat, right? So I've this list goes on and on: medical, shelter, sustainment. I mean, all of this stuff. And actually, I started doing a thing, proto tribe here with the gifts that I took from GoRuck because it shows
Yeah.
the
And
bags.
just
And
a
that's
note
what,
on that, if you have GIFs, you
hmm.
can throw a GIF in as
Oh,
well.
cool.
When I uploaded the feature image, you can upload a GIF right there and it will
Oh,
work.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And all right, so
That's
it ends
amazing.
there. Of course, this could be cleaned up, but this is really the source of a lot of what I'm going to be using for Tribe. So
So we need another service besides the Bruce consultation, build your site in an hour deal. Is we need to get a service where people give us your Trello boards and we'll build the tribe site for you.
that's right. Or you can do it where it's an export, right?
Yeah, no, well, I don't know if there's a way to export it, but
Oh, there's
we could have someone on our team click through it and build it out. But um, I want to just show we're kind of in the last few minutes here, so let me just show you one more piece of it that I think is important. I kind of glossed over this, but if I log out, so Chris is left right now, just to kind of show where this is at, with basically a membership site that we've just built in the last 90 minutes. That now we can actually start to multiply his time, all these hours and hours and hours of research. We can put that into one place, and it can continue to help people kind of as they need it, as they need to search for different things. So we're taking everything that's in his Trello board out of his, Trello board out of his head and getting it into a place where people can actually access it. Um, and what you can see here is I'm now looking at the site as just as a visitor. So anyone who's on this call, or if you want to go try it out, you can go now and sign up to be a part of Chris's membership site. You can actually give, so I can sign up as me, and I'll just do Bruce plus confidential carry or carry confidential at Inovo.io, and then or
That's a neat trick. I like that.
yeah, I do that for we have a few accounts, and so now I've just signed up as Bruce, and now I can start accessing stuff and get around. I can jump in here to a group. I can join this group, um, and this is what he's left with. He basically has a whole membership option here. We have a user management tool. So Chris, if you went back in, you would see that Bruce is in there, and you would see there's a new email address. So you can actually export that as a CSV, and you can take it wherever you want, or you could even hook it up to Zapier and on the fly do different things to it. So so it's not just like a grid of products. There's actually user accounts. There's all kinds of stuff happening behind the scenes that was just built already to be used when we turned everything on. So cool.
So yeah, if anyone needs a bag, if anyone is looking to travel or whatever, feel free to sign up. I
Chris
mean,
will hop on for free and spend hours of his time helping you. That's what he did for me.
it's fun for me. I mean,
No, I
so
know. That's the
it's
problem.
I want to get
It's
people to have the right bag because your bag's your companion. It holds
yeah.
your stuff as you go around the world. And
Well,
notwithstanding all the things that are happening in the world now, but you might need to have a bag that you can depend on sooner rather than
yeah,
later. So,
that's good. And essentially, you have a passion for this. It's easy. You can start to create your own tribe of this. You pulled me into it. I didn't even know this world existed, and
right.
you pulled me into it. And so there's a lot of other people like me, like you, that are interested in this stuff. And so just add value. so much of this research, so much of these links, finding these YouTube accounts, there's so much information out there. By having one source that's like, hey, I've gone through everything and I found all the stuff you need, that you're basically like giving away time, right? It's the time of
Yeah.
research, it's time of like really you've taken years to really understand a very specific niche. And so that is where we want to just have a tool which Tribe is help multiply your time, all that you've invested, put it back into a place that makes it very accessible, and just gives you that repository where as you find stuff, like, so the goal is like there's be a little bit of work getting everything moved in initially, but then as you find stuff during the week, as you go, you're browsing stuff just for fun, you may see a cool video, you just throw it into your site,
Cool.
tag it, and it's thrown in there. So pretty cool. This was
Thanks,
good,
Chris.
man.
Yeah. This
Actually,
has
it
been
turned out better than I thought. So we kind of took a risk. I knew the name of it, and I saw there was a Notion board of some resources, so um, jumped into it. But guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully, this was helpful. I know we went through it in a lot of detail, but the goal was to try and show you every single step of how to put a tribe site together in under 90 minutes. And really, we did it in under an hour, but we'll call it 90 minutes. So, like I said, if you got any questions, drop in the description, comments below. Sorry, yeah, drop in the comments below. You can also email us at help@tribesocial.io and we can help you out. So until next time, we'll see you guys. Thanks, Chris.